In the shadowy corridors of the Death Note universe, a figure looms, unseen and often underestimated. The Shinigami, Ryuk. Unlike the human players of this gripping narrative, Ryuk operates from the periphery, orchestrating chaos with a detached amusement. But beneath his playful exterior lies a complex web of motivations and desires, deeply rooted in the psychology that animates his character. To understand Ryuk, we must first delve into the Enneagram, a profound system of personality typing that categorizes individuals into 9 interconnected types. Ryuk, with his insatiable curiosity and desire for novelty, aligns closely with Type 7, the enthusiast. Characterized by a constant pursuit of new experiences, 7s fear being stuck in mundane or painful situations. Ryuk's relentless quest for entertainment, his very reason for dropping the Death Note into the human world, is a textbook manifestation of a Type 7's core desire. The need to feel stimulated and avoid the void of boredom. Yet, Ryuk is not merely an archetype of frivolity. His actions and motivations are more nuanced, revealing the interplay of his shadow, the darker aspects of his psyche that he avoids confronting. In Jungian terms, Ryuk embodies the trickster archetype, a figure that disrupts the status quo, challenging the protagonist, Light Yagami, and setting him on a path of moral decay. Through the trickster's lens, Ryuk's antics are not malicious. Rather, they serve to catalyze transformation, albeit through chaos and upheaval. However, Ryuk's interactions with Light reveal more than just a desire for entertainment. It is through these interactions that Ryuk's Enneagram wing comes into play. While predominantly a 7, Ryuk exhibits characteristics of a Type 8 wing, the Challenger. 8s are driven by a need for control and influence, often asserting their will to avoid vulnerability. This manifests in Ryuk's subtle manipulations and his insistence on maintaining the upper hand in his relationship with Light. His laughter is not just a reaction to human folly, but an assertion of his dominance over the mortal realm. In the complex ecosystem of Death Note, Ryuk's presence acts as both a catalyst and a mirror. His indifference to human life and death paradoxically highlights the preciousness and fragility of human morality. As Light spirals deeper into his god complex, Ryuk remains a constant, amused yet distant observer, embodying the paradox of the trickster, both creator and destroyer. The narrative tension in Death Note hinges on Ryuk's ability to remain an enigma. His motivations are never fully revealed, keeping viewers in a state of anticipation. This uncertainty mirrors the human experience of grappling with our own shadow selves, the parts of us driven by desires we dare not acknowledge. As we watch Ryuk's machinations unfold, we are invited to reflect on our own Enneagram type, our hidden motivations, and the shadow aspects we project onto the world. Do we, like Ryuk, hide behind laughter and amusement to mask our deeper fears? Are our actions dictated by a desire to disrupt, to challenge, to feel alive amidst the monotony of existence? Ryuk's character, while fantastical, serves as a canvas onto which we project our own psychological complexities. By understanding his motivations, we not only gain insights into the narrative, but also into ourselves. The dance of the trickster, enthusiast, and challenger within Ryuk is a dance many of us unknowingly perform in our daily lives. In a universe driven by moral ambiguity and existential questions, Ryuk stands as a reminder of the unseen forces that shape our destinies. His story, much like our own, is one of the interplay between desire and fear, control and chaos, light and shadow. As the Death Note saga unfolds, Ryuk's laughter echoes as both a warning and an invitation to look deeper, to question more, and to embrace the complexity of our own psychological ecosystem. The intricate dance between Ryuk and Light is one of the most compelling aspects of Death Note's narrative. Their relationship is a psychological chess match, with Ryuk's trickster archetype constantly challenging Light's sense of control as a Type 3, the achiever. We see how Ryuk's presence subtly influences Light's actions, not through direct manipulation, but by embodying the chaotic potential that Light both desires and fears. This dynamic serves as a mirror to Light's own internal struggle with his shadow, revealing his deepest insecurities and ambitions. As Light descends into his role as Kira, Ryuk's laughter becomes a haunting backdrop to his transformation. It is a reminder of the impermanence of power and the inevitability of downfall, resonating with the core fear of the achiever, failure and worthlessness. Ryuk's indifference exposes Light's need for validation and success, driving him to more extreme measures to maintain his FA8 of invincibility. This is where Light's Type 3 personality begins to spiral, moving away from growth and instead embracing the darker aspects of his character, such as deceit and manipulation. Ryuk's enigmatic nature forces Light to confront the reality that no amount of achievement can fill the void created by his fear of insignificance. In moments where Light asserts his dominance, we see Ryuk's bemusement as a reflection of the cosmic joke, that no mortal can escape the ultimate truth of their own limitations. This is the challenge of integrating the shadow, acknowledging that the masks we wear and the roles we play are but temporary defenses against the vast unknowable. Throughout the series, key scenes highlight the psychological interplay between Ryuk, Light, and the other characters. For instance, when Ryuk reveals the potential for a second Death Note, he injects chaos into Light's world. This move, seemingly trivial from Ryuk's perspective, shatters Light's carefully constructed reality. It is a test of his adaptability and ingenuity, pushing him to the edges of his moral and psychological boundaries. Ryuk's actions, devoid of human morality, serve to highlight Light's own moral compromises and the creeping corruption of his soul. Ryuk's role as a trickster also challenges the audience to question their own moral compass. His lack of allegiance to good or evil brings forth the question of how we navigate the gray areas of our own lives. Are we too swayed by the allure of power and control, willing to compromise our values for a sense of superiority? Ryuk's presence invites introspection on our willingness to confront our own shadow selves and the extent to which we allow them to dictate our actions. In the larger ecosystem of Death Note, Ryuk acts as a force of nature, an embodiment of entropy that disrupts the status quo. His interactions with other characters, such as L and Nier, further emphasize his role as a catalyst for change. Unlike Light, L's Type 5 personality, the investigator, allows him to engage with Ryuk on an intellectual level, seeking understanding rather than dominance. This difference in approach highlights the diverse ways individuals can interact with their shadow selves and the trickster elements in their lives. Ryuk's laughter, a seemingly simple expression, becomes a symbol of the unpredictable forces that govern existence. It challenges viewers to embrace the uncertainty and ambiguity that life presents, encouraging a deeper exploration of our fears and desires. The trickster's dance is not merely one of chaos, but of transformation, pushing us towards greater self-awareness and acceptance of our flawed, multifaceted nature. As the series reaches its climax, Ryuk's role becomes even more pivotal. His decision to write Light's name in the Death Note is not an act of betrayal, but a fulfillment of the natural order he represents. In doing so, Ryuk reinforces the inevitability of consequence, a lesson that resonates deeply with the human experience. It serves as a poignant reminder that our actions, driven by our subconscious desires and fears, ultimately shape our destinies. In understanding Ryuk's character and his interactions with Light, we gain insights into the universal human struggle with identity, power, and morality. Ryuk embodies the parts of ourselves that we often deny, yet are crucial to our growth and understanding. His presence in the narrative is a testament to the complexity of the human psyche and the delicate balance between light and shadow that defines our existence.